Our special guest of honor, my in-law. The city authorities have welcomed you. The authorities with very, very good pedigrees. The last is the Madam Vice Chancellor, University of Lagos. The first for such appointment, University of Lagos. And University of Lagos has beaten the record where everybody, all the management staff, are all women. And the revenue vice chancellors here yet, they are caught on their way in the traffic, they are all women. There's only one man amongst them. The man, I think, is coming down from Houston today. And my son sent me a picture, which he took with the man yesterday, last night. That's the only man out of the management staff of the University of Lagos. The bossa is a woman. The registrar is a woman. So, women are dominating the University of Lagos. Look at that invitation card. There's an invitation card there. On the other hand, I am your host today. Before I start my address, can we please stand up for 1 minute? For the 3 members of the BOT who are with us up to the year 2020 but are not here today, they've gone into eternity. Senator Oluwole Awokoya, Mrs. Awokoya, Ogunye, and Professor Adalemo. 1 minute silence for them. May their souls rest in perfect peace. 1 minute is very long though. I stopped it after 30 seconds. I forgot to recognize my wife, Mrs. Ogunye. I recognize you. Because by March 24, we were 60 years married. I was married during my first year in the university, so it should not be surprising. But it has not delayed my progress. Instead, it has improved my progress. It's on the late Professor Oluwole Awokoya, the unsung most eminent educationist of Nigeria and the founding principal of Modis College, Ijebu-Igbo, 1949 to 1951. The last part of this address is in this program on the profile of Professor Awokoya. But I just want to make a point while I have to talk about him. Professor Oluwole Awokoya was born on 9th of July 1918 at Ijebu, Nigeria. In all the schools he attended up to Yaba College, Lagos, between 1934 and 1936, the first position in the class was literally reserved for him in all the examination he took in all the schools he attended. Later, he attended University College London and was the first Nigerian to obtain a degree in chemistry. That was in 1946. He worked as various times a schoolmaster at St. Peter's School, Aremo, Ibadan, science tutor at St. Andrew's College, Oyo, a senior master at Abeokuta Grammar School, and later the founding principal of Molusi College, Ijebu, on January 28, 1949. That is my school. Without a man of his caliber as the first principal of Molusi College would have been a stillborn baby, or would have been murdered in its infancy, and the whole world at large would not have known what has been lost. Molusi College has an enthralling history. Please, listen, don't mind me, I have very bad eyesight. 10% sighting I have. So just manage me. Yes, Molusi College has an enthralling history, both in its subsequent resounding greatness as an educational institution, as well as a very epoch-making path. Molusi College is a conquered child littered in the midst of warfare and turmoil. At the time, a neighboring community, Ijebu, felt that another secondary school in Ijebu area would reduce the greatness of Ijebu, the grammar school, which all over the years had dominated the scene as the only secondary school in Ijebu province. The then colonial government too did not welcome any concept of education for all. It wanted education for only a privileged few, for the sustenance of an elitist society where a well-stratified class of a few will dominate the multitude of uneducated people who will be available for cheap labor, and so government approval was not forthcoming. At the home front in Ijebu, there was internal combustion, there was uprising and rioting. A section of the Ijebu community started agitating that siting of Molusi College should be in their area and not where it was sited. It was an internal combustion. The three fronts, as such, define the furnace into which Chief Awokoya decided to plunge his head by accepting the principalship of Molusi College and risking his very brilliant career. The then colonial government was bent on murdering the baby school at Bath when they sent an expatriate inspector of schools to inspect the school on its first day of opening on January 28, 1949. The expatriate inspector spent about 30 minutes inspecting the school and went back to write a comprehensive volume of report about the non-viability of the school and recommended the immediate closure of the college by the government. Meanwhile, Professor Awokoya countered the report of the almighty inspector by writing a rejoinder report. Chief Awokoya continued running the illegal college, which we, Molusian Party today, declare as our credo, built with gold and diamond, and which the whole world at large recognizes today as one of the best among the good schools in Africa, nay, the world. I can tell you, for example, at the last For example, at the last WASC examination, Molusi College presented 247 candidates for the SS3 examination. 246 students, 99.6%. I repeat, 246 students out of 247, 99.6% passed with at least 5 credits, including English language and mathematics. That is the legacy Prof. Awokoya left for. Like procuring insomnia for the people in the then government. Prof. Awokoya kick-started Molusi College with 2 surprises in the government. The first was that Molusi College was going to run a 4-year course for the then Cambridge School Certificate, whereas all schools in Nigeria were running a 6-year program for the Cambridge School Certificate. The second was that the school will start by teaching all the 3 sciences, physics, chemistry, and biology to the student from the first year. Over these 2 ideas, the officials of the Education Department at the Ministry of Education, as the Ministry of Education was known at that time, were raging with anger. The then Chief Inspector of Education was an expatriate, for sure swore to commit suicide. Prof. Awokoya did both. All obstacles were trampled over by the great giant Awokoya. The rest is now history. The Molusi College and Chief Awokoya triumphed gallantly. The first set of the students wrote the school certificate examination after spending 5 years in the school instead of the 4 years originally planned, instead of the 4 years originally designed, because he left to join the government of Western Region in January 1952. The student offered the sciences for the examination. This feat was concluded by Dr. Tai Sholari, who took the baton from Chief Awokoya in January 1952. He played the able role of great successor. He had unusual energy, profound knowledge, zest, and indomitable courage. The rewards of the 2 of Awokoya and Sholari went thus: that the school presented 33 candidates altogether for the first Cambridge School Certificate examination in November-December 1953. All the students who offered physics and chemistry passed. 27 sat for biology, 21 passed. Later on, the school succeeded in recording that all the first 3 of our students who went for university degree courses with their mates, who spent 6 years in all other secondary school, passed again. Lo and behold, these students studied physics, chemistry, and mathematics for their university degree courses. One specialized in physics, late Professor Hakim Oshiare, and the other 2 specialized in mathematics, late Mr. Olatunde Balogun and late Mr. J.A. Rowaye, my mathematics teacher. Mr. Olatunde Balogun even did his own science degree course by private study using the very Molusi College laboratory for his advanced level exam, practical for his advanced level subject, and he passed. The class also produced Senator B. Rojaye, who never followed the trial, who studied the sciences but studied privately and graduated at the same time with honors degree in economics of University of London. I remember very well the host of today that the science equipment from Molusi College were borrowed by Nigerian College of Science in Ibadan in January 1963 for the practical examination for the University of London A-level. One of the Winston bridges, which was allocated to me, had been used earlier on at Molusi College, which Prof. Awokoya procured 13 years earlier as Molusi College principal. This is good enough for Molusi College. If you meet a Molusian today, You know yourself, musician, you greet yourself only the best. If a senior meets a junior, the senior will say only the best. If the junior meets the senior, he will say only the best. That is the motto which Awokoya left for us at Modusi College. He also left us an inspiring school anthem, which he composed the words and the music. Listen to the words of the anthem. Only the best, the best, the best, the best. Only the best, the best, the best, the best is good enough for Modusi College. For musicians shall lead in every walk of life, in church, in states, at bar, at school, in commerce, in service, in every walk of life. We shall feed our nation, we shall house the nation, we shall heal the nation better than everybody. We shall close the nation, we shall carry the nation, we shall please the nation better than everybody. We shall serve and guide and lead mankind to the glory of God. Do you happen to tell Molusians the audience at all? Please come around, let's sing for them our school anthem. Please be quick, be quick, be quick. We just wanted to admire Professor Oluwole Awokoya. A scientist, he became a musicologist. Please be quick. Your eyes are 100%, not like my own 10%. Okay. Please, school our musicologist anthem.
Good afternoon, and thank you very much for this opportunity. It's always a pleasure to assist myself with Professor Oluwole Awokoya. So, father, most of us didn't meet him in school, but we heard about him. We'll start the sixth song. All the best. Only the best, the best, the best, the best. Everybody now for where music calling, for where we shall live in every walk of life. In God is great, and power as full in powers, in silence, in every walk of life. We shall feed the nation, we shall help the nation, we shall heal the nation. Better than everybody, we shall grow the nation, we shall guide the nation, we shall feed the nation. Better than everybody, we shall serve and go and all time to the glory of God and the praise of mankind. Thank you very much.
You can see. Yeah, only the best. You can see this man, what he has been doing from his youth. You see, that is one of the best school anthems I've ever heard. When Chief Awokoya joined the government as Minister of Education in 1952, Nemesis, however, later cheated the evil inspector who wrote a damaging report when he came to inspect Modusi on the opening day about 3 years earlier. The inspector was an examiner. The evil inspector of the day misplaced the answer scripts of some students who sat for their grade 2 teachers' examinations. He was an examiner. He dared not confess that he lost the whole bunch of scripts. So he sat down in his office and cooked up random scores for each candidate as to suit his fantasy. Meanwhile, the lost script had been found by somebody who delivered the script to the office of the Minister of Education. Chief Awokoya was the Minister for Education. The nefarious inspector could not produce the script when the minister asked to see the script. Later, the unmarked scripts were shown to him intact as he himself pursued the script when they were given to him for marking. He left the shores of Nigeria in the following midnight Nobody sacked him. He did the honorable thing, at least on that occasion. That is Professor Awokoya. Chief Awokoya's period in politics was very active, but very brief, during which he was a member of the drafting committee of the McPherson Constitution for Nigeria and was the first Minister of Education in the whole Western region. As a Minister of Education, he implemented the universal free primary education in the whole Western region between 1952 and 1956. I'm one of the products of that free universal primary education. In 1956, listen very carefully, Chief Awokoya was made a commander of the British Empire, CBE, not member, not officer, but the commander, a grade less than knighthood of British Empire by the colonial masters, for his pioneering work in education. But today, ladies and gentlemen, this Nigerian government, Ogun State government, has never honored Awokoya. Is the best, the foremost educationist we have in this country. When I finish reading, what I'm going to read now, than your program. Chief Awokoya, on leaving politics in 1956, Chief Awokoya went back into the first calling, which was education. He was later invited by the late Prime Minister, Sir Abubakar Tafawa Balewa, to head the Federal Emergency Science School, later called Federal School of Science, in 1958. In 1961, Chief Awokoya became the first Nigerian Chief Federal Advisor on Education, taking over from the expatriates, during which he was instrumental to the takeover of the African Scholarship Program for Americans University, ASPAU. Ladies and gentlemen, this is one of the programs whoever went through this country that has been the most successful program to train high-level manpower for Nigeria. You will see a man there, that is a clean man. Please stand up. Professor Omatete. Yes, he's a professor of chemical engineering like me. He belongs to the second set of that ASPAL program.
First set of ASPAL, second of NAS.
Okay.
First set.
You see? You get it? The person that, please sit down.
Yeah, I wrote something about him.
Yes, I got your mail this morning. But when I got it, luckily the man you are talking about, we honored him in that 2020. That man was a student at Harvard in those days, the first Nigerian to enter Harvard University. All the other black guys, they were always failing, but he was in graduate school. And Harvard University wanted brilliant Nigeria to come there. So they discussed this man, the last man we honored in the year 2020. Let's discuss with him that he will probably take 1 year off to go to Nigeria to source for brilliant Nigerians to come to Harvard. The man was very literate. He went to, he researched. When he researched, he knew of Chief Awokoya. That was how he was trying to get hold of Chief Awokoya. But Chief Awokoya was in the US for official delegation. When he was there, this man was able to get to him. They invited Chief to their house. They seated him and told him the mission. And Chief Awokoya told them if they won 100 or 1,000, he would get them for them. That was how he came back to Nigeria, and then that program started and went to the other African states. We have now every year we have been honoring an ASPAU man. Started with Chief Anibo in the year 2008. Awokoya was responsible for the federal policy paper number 1 in 1961 which outlined the setting up of the National Manpower Board, the National University Commission, and the Bureau of External Aid for Education. Between 1962 and 1963, Prof. Awokoya was the scientific secretary to the United Nations Conference on the Application of Science and Technology to Development in Geneva, where he coordinated the contribution from Sierra Leone, Liberia, Ghana, Nigeria, and the Cameroons. Chief Awokoya was a pioneering member of the Council of University of Lagos and served on the council between 1962 and 1966. Mrs. Madam Vice Chancellor, we might be coming to you from next year if we decided to move our place of this occasion, because the cost of renting this place has become very high now. We are an NGO. We don't have that money. And we hope when the application gets to you, but I will sign that one. I will allow the executive director to sign it. When I sign it, you approve it for us. He held with that of Chief Federal Advisor of Education between 1963 and 1967. During this period, he was a consultant to several international organizations, such as the United Nations, the International Institute of Education, Education Planning, and the World Book Encyclopedia, among others. It was also during the period that the National Education Research Council was inaugurated in 1965. In 1967, he was appointed a director of UNESCO in Paris, France. At various times, he was the director in charge of the Division of Science Teaching, the Department of Application of Science and Technology to Development, the Department of Scientific and Technical Research and Higher Education. In 1973, you can see the good people like that. What I tell you about them, they know what the right things to do. In 1973, he was awarded a Doctor of Letters degree, honoris causa, by the University of Lagos. By 1973, when he retired from UNESCO, he had risen to the post of Deputy Director General for Science, which is the highest non-political post as UNESCO. In 1974, he was appointed a Professor of Education at the University of Ife. While at the University of Ife, Prof. Awokoya was the President of Chemical Society of Nigeria, member of the Board of Trustees of the International Foundation for Science, Sweden, and head of the Nigerian delegation to the United Nations Conference of Science and Technology at Vienna, and was a consultant to the United Nations Development Programme, the Economic Commission for Africa, and the Association of African Universities. Professor Awokoya was the chairman of the Lagos State Planning Committee on the Lagos State College of Science and Technology. He retired from the University of Ife in 1984. He passed to the great beyond on March 15, 1985. That March 15, 1985 is what we have been celebrating with this annual lecture. Now, from all I've read to you, ladies and gentlemen, this man has never been honored except Molusi College. It's only Molusi College that has honored this man. What are we doing in Nigeria that we honor people who were criminals? Yes, this is a man that spent all his life promoting education. I invited the two officials of Ogun State. Probably I made a mistake in telling the commissioner that I sent the card that I was going to talk about them. They are not here. Why is it that we refuse to honor such a person? We can still honor him. We can still honor him. Ladies and gentlemen, last is that why have we not honored such a great person like this? Thank you for listening to me.